Wow. Three. Hey guys, what's happening? Wow, that was an interesting start. As I thought I was live on camera, but no, it was just me talking about my cat. Let me see if I can get back here. Come here, buddy. Come here a little bit. Yes, indeed. We'll give you a sneak peek. But y'all missed. Oh man, I guess we'll fix that in post. Here we go. Y'all say hello to Harry Blackstone. We call him Lil Bit, which is he's anything but a little bit. He's a big boy. Well, we always find something strange to go askew in the beginning of these things. But okay, we've already done the cat. I'm already over that. We're moving on to the next thing. And our topic today, cats and high-tech magic. So we're going to discuss some of that. And yeah, if you didn't see it before, salutations, kindred spirits. In the words of Doug Henning, hi, my name's Doug, and welcome to my wonderful world of illusion. Let me get a piece now. Now, this is not in my ballpark, stuff like this. Yeah, this is high tech, folks. It's actually, let me zoom in on this. It's a high tech, whoa, it's a high tech shoebox, or it's a Funkin' Ring. It's a Funkin' Ring. This is a good gag toy. If you didn't know what this is, now you do. You wind this thing up, you palm it, it shoots sparks out of your hand. It comes out there, you just clip it there, you push the button, boom, there's sparks. I didn't wind it enough. Prior to this week, that's about as high tech as I got. That maybe a pair of delights now and again, but we'll remedy that as the stream goes on. Let me introduce you to the high tech shoebox, which has our I prepped the wrong props for this stream. Let me do this over. Let me use the magic words here. Little magic words. Please work. If we say that just right, this thing will. Oh yeah, there we go. It'll fill up with the stuff that we need. This. Oh, what do we have here? The JCD. That's the jumbo coin dropper from Hanson Chin. What are we going to be talking about here? The color match gimmick. We're going to be talking about that. I got the new Cherry Casinos, the Summers. We have Lux. We're going to do it. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to give away the Quantum deck today. In fact, we're doing 2 giveaways. If you were here last week, you know that's on the agenda. And I guess we can start by talking about the Shoebox of Mystery, which is a nice item that I acquired. Again, I mentioned this last week. Murphy's Magic. Here I am with full disclosure. They sent me an influencer package. Had some wonderful props. A lot of them we're going to look at today. This is one of them. And for your edification, that is the magic box. Marty, my yes man. Yes, I finally mastered it. I did this thing. I did it on the Magic Guys podcast last week. I managed to mess up the magic drawer box. So these things, this is a put it together yourself shoebox, and then you could decorate it yourself. Word to the wise here. This thing took some effort to put together. The crafting is real. And I know this because I put my wife to the task and she had a hard time with it. And she's a crafty person. But hey, you get it all together, it works great. And it's a very, shall we say, unsuspecting prop. It's a shoebox, and then you can produce anything that'll fit inside the shoebox. So that's that. All right, we're getting questions already. I'll tell you what, guys, here's what I do. I do things that I schedule, and then we did Q&A. Let me get through some questions here. How am I feeling? Let's give that a B minus. B minus. When am I coming to Las Vegas? As soon as possible and as often as possible. Do I have a date right now? I can't tell you right now. Is the box examinable? No, it's not examinable. And I am 53. I'll be 54 on the 21st. Note to that, I'm taking the week off when I turn 54. And I got the mind of like a 28-year-old, so I still feel pretty good about that age. And yeah, it's a good box. You know, I got no beef with that box. By the way, guys, the stuff I'm demonstrating, I put links in the description. So if you're interested in buying any of this stuff, they're links to Vanishing Ink's site, which I have a affiliate situation with. So if you spend a little money on anything you see today you like, I get a little rub, and everyone is kind of happy. All right, we're going to discuss this. This is great, but we're going to hold off on that. Really, all this stuff is cool. The jumbo coin dropper. We'll do the quantum giveaway in 2 segments. Y'all hang loose for that. And let's just open this shindig with a little bit of card manipulation. Card manipulation. Yeah, Con is my real name. It is my real name. CONN. I buy my magic posters on eBay. So I get reprints is what they are. Reprints. Is it examinable? Yeah, I get that question a lot, and this is a double backer that's included. We won't be using that. Most of my magic is examinable. So when I do magic, one of my requisites is that if the audience asks to see it, they can look at it. Now, I don't always follow that rule, but it's a pretty good rule to follow. So these are the Cherry Casinos. This is Murphy's Magic's brand. This is their summer deck. So I don't know if they have decks for all of the seasons. This is a bold pack of cards, right? Neon orange. I dig the cherries. I've used several versions of them. These are the nice purple ones. I've got some of their black ones. So this is a deck that I've liked and used before. And I think these are good cards. They're a nice, let's call it a sleek design, simple, but bold and effective. And some of the patterns on the back are conducive to like ribbon spreads and fans and such. The jokers are cherry cards. So it's a classy little East Las Vegas jackpot. You get a blank card with every deck in addition to that double backer. And that's what the Ace of Spades look like. Beyond that, they're basically standard bicycle faces. And I'm thinking we can do a trick with maybe one of these cards. If someone from the chat will name a card, we'll do a little brief demo of a ambitious card routine before we. And yeah, that's a good point. These decks are good, but they are a little expensive at about 10 or 12 bucks a pack. But, turns out this magic is expensive. That's what it is. The Ace of Venturas? What is that? I don't even know what that is. You were late to the party anyway. Let's go with the, who named the first card? Zacco the Great, the Deuce of Clubs. Not like it matters, but that's the card we'll use, the Deuce of Clubs. And who named that? Zacco the Great? Maybe we could write Zacco on there just to make it official. You got to be careful with these things. They're Sharpie. If you didn't get the memo, every time you open a Sharpie, you have to say that joke now. The council has deemed it appropriate. So, oh wait, I forgot. Let me recap. All right, now we've got the standards out of the way. Zacco's freely named 2 of clubs. Get the cameras right here, Con. The only card of its kind in this deck will now represent the ambitious card, which I'll use to demonstrate Lux in just a moment. But if you're not familiar with the ambitious card, here's the plot. You want to take the card that is signed, put it somewhere in the deck, and through a variety of presentations, like maybe you push the elevator operator button, you make the card elevate right to the top. And this can actually be done all the way from the bottom of the deck, if you like. You just push the button and it elevates, zoop, right through the top of the top. Now, you can do this trick all day, and sometimes when I'm not on camera, I will, and I'll do it one more time. Watch as the 2 jumps right to the top, which is over here, and that's the 2 of clubs. So this is the ambitious card plot, and I'm suggesting that this Lux item, one of the items that Murphy's is featuring currently and distributing and was in my little package, I'm suggesting that as far as the card tricks that they recommend in this package, this is probably one that would be useful. Now, this is a UV ultraviolet ink pen. And I think this could be a happy universe where you're having spectators sign the front of the card with a Sharpie. And then let's say they sign the back of the card with this ink pen. And I'm just going to write Zacco's name here. And you probably won't be able to see it because it is invisible ink. But if we turn on this UV pen And now I'm just thinking this thing actually has a small, let me just set this up and then you'll get an idea of how long it takes to preset this thing when you're ready to do it. It takes exactly that long to set this gimmick up. So it's like on your keychain, you just do that. It takes just a second. And then you would hand your spectator the pin. Now let's establish this. We're doing, let's say we're doing the ambitious card and we don't know where the card is. I mean, we do, but let's say we don't. And we showed that the top card, oh, I missed it. The two of diamonds. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll use the two of diamonds. You give your spectator this, what it is a little flashlight. They turn on the flashlight. They shine the flashlight on the deck. Let me turn a little light off. And as they shine the light on the deck, there it is. I don't know if you can see, Zacho's name is appearing right on top. There it is, Zacho. So we get kind of a visual, ambitious card. And yes, this is the card with his, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me switch cameras here. Oops. Let me see if I can get a better view of this coming from the front cam. This is my higher quality cam. So you give your spectator the beam. They shoot the beam on the top of the deck. There's nothing. And then you do your magic words. And as you do the magic, their card appears on top of the deck. I'm trying to watch this and do it for you. Now, you're probably thinking, Mr. Khan, that's not a very good trick. You know what? I would agree with that. Here's the skit. So many people are inclined to take these wonderful advances in magic, and the first thing they want to do is apply it to a card trick. And in this package, and here I am kind of dissing on it a little bit, there are several card trick presentations. I can't think of a more mundane thing to do with a device that makes ultraviolet ink vanish and appear. Fortunately, there are some real winners in this package, and let's see if I can demonstrate one of them for you now, which I have no doubt will play very strong. Now, I say I have no doubt. A full disclosure, these routines that I'm showing you today are not audience tested. These are just me. I've been playing with these things for a week, so we're just playing in the sandbox today. But let me do the preset. So here's the thing. This thing has 6 different modes. It does 6 different things. I'm going to turn on a different one now so that it can, whoops, skipped it. That was user error. That should have been a lot faster. And again, we need to keep in mind, this is all hands-on with the spectator. Technically, I don't have to touch anything. So while I am demonstrating these props here, I would remind you the spectator could be handling these props. So imagine this universe. You're out at the bar and you take this off your keychain and you give someone an ultraviolet pen and you ask them to make an X. So they're going to mark an X, and I'm going to do that now. Now there's an X on my hand, and we're going to try to do magic with this. And again, we're going to remind you that the spectator turns on the light and shines it. You can see the light right there. You can see the X. Now we're going to magic it away. So we're just, while the spectator holds it, we're going to will that X to vanish right before your eyes. And you should have seen it vanish completely. And then you're going to move the X. Now I'm just going to move it over here, maybe on this portion of my arm. You can see it appear there, I hope. But imagine this. Imagine if this was another spectator. And let me vanish this again so you can get the full idea of how this looks. I'll vanish it from here, and we'll see if we can get it to go to the other side. And this again would be moving. Let me see if I can get this to appear on camera here. This would be moving the ink on a spectator's skin while they hold the light, and it's all hands off. And that is a cool trick, in my opinion. It's also interesting to note that this is like crazy nouveau. Like, how do you even think of ultraviolet light vanishing and appearing? So my hat's off to Lloyd Barnes, who created Lux, and Murphy's Magic, who's distributing it it's a $75 trick. So let's say that it's not cheap. Is it worth that? It is if you're performing that last trick I did, no doubt about it. And time will tell where this goes. I look forward to giving this a run, maybe do a little street performing, a little bar busking with this, and getting some live audience reactions to share with you guys. And then you can see how Lux plays in the real world. And I am interested in doing exactly that. So I'll pause for just a moment and see if anyone has any questions about Lux. And yeah, Cat, it is very interesting. So, you know, this is a valid point, maybe, but maybe not. If there's no normal pin, why would they want that? Beyond that, I think part of the interesting thing about this item is that it's pushing the envelope of magic. So it's not just saying, okay, we're resting on our laurels. We're taking technology, embracing it, and seeing how we can magish with it. And on that level, well played, whether you like it or not. So, and again, I'm just getting used to all this stuff. I'll give you an idea of what high tech was to me before this episode. This was about as high tech as I normally get. These things. This is where we do the commercial segment. Got to let you guys know sometimes that I sell things at conjure.com. It's a good light, excuse me. It's a good light snack. Whoa. Delights. Is it high tech? Maybe not high tech anymore, but it's a good product, and at less than $20, you know, if you don't want to spend $75 on something that's futuristic, you can go visit my jam at conjure.com and pick yourself up a pair of those. Have a good time. They're great for kids. They're great for bars. And I do it all the time. Oh, here's a good point. Jaden Moody mentions, it reminds me of Double Cross. Let's mention Double Cross, which they fully credit in the instructions as inspiration for Lux. Double Cross is the moving ink with a Sharpie pen. So you draw a Sharpie and then you move the ink to your spectator's hand. And that is a totally it's a fantastic trick. In fact, it's overdone at this point in the world. It's like overdone. Here we go. Unsolicited testimonial. Are the lights with sound any good? I don't know, Jake. Like, I haven't seen those. Maybe I'll get some and find out. I love the D-lights, so I should really have some of those. Unsolicited testimonial. Happy customers. Thank you, Rorik. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. I got to minimize my screen here so I know what I'm doing. Let me do this. Boink. We have things to do. And I got a bit of a schedule today, as after this stream, if you're not familiar, I have a membership area where post-stream, I'm doing a members stream, and we're going to unbox a lot of this stuff. So I'm going to give you guys some of an inside look at how this works. If you're a member, you'll know what's happening. If you're not a member, it's $1 to join at that level and get access to these lives. It's $5 to join the membership and get access to our custom advanced tutorials. I hear you, Cosmic. I'll work on it. All right, here we are. This is, I got to show this up close. Let me get this camera back. You want to talk high tech? Let's talk Color Match by Tony Anverti, which actually this guy was producing electronic. Let me get the commercial off. Can you do it in their face? Man, you probably could. But I wouldn't buy it expecting that you could. All right, so in the 80s, this guy, Tony Anverti, was producing electronic magic. Murphy's Magic has bought the rights to this stuff and are now producing it. Now, how high-tech is this item? Let's find out. Yeah, that's right. It's like, I feel like if you just take the lid off, which lights up and makes sounds, I feel like right there, you get your value. So this is Color Match. Color Match. This thing, wow. I've wanted this prop since it was released. I've held off from buying this prop for a number of reasons. It was one of the items that Murphy sent me. So I'm very happy to get the chance to experiment with this item. And let me tell you, I am not disappointed. Now, to the viewer, to the spectator, to your audience, this is what they'll see. 5, maybe 6 markers. The black one is just used to color in, the outlines and such. Hold on, let's do this again. What? All right, that's enough of that. This is what they won't see, this stuff. And we'll talk more about this stuff as in the members area. I am going to try to demo this thing for you. Let me get on this camera for just a moment as I set the gimmick. And this was a challenge for me because this is a 2-person item, and I had to wrap my head around the presentation of how do I present this color match item, which can actually be many, many things. It could be predictions, duplications, divinations. I'm going to demonstrate it at its basic form using this unprepared paper bag. The markers go inside the bag, and I'm just going to ask you to trust me here as I give these a mix. I don't really know where any of them are, and I am not going to look, but I am going to reach into this bag, grab one of the markers, and see if I could tell that this, I've got it only on vibration mode. That feels like yellow. So I'm not looking here. In fact, I could do this with my eyes closed, and maybe I will. Let's see if you can see that my eyes are closed. I'm doing this by feeling only. I reach into the bag, I grab a marker, and I'm going to think this is purple. This is purple. Purple. It's a purple marker. It's a purple marker. Let's try this again. No look. Eyes are closed. Inside the bag, I've got a marker. And here's the thing. You're going to be able to do this. That's going to be green. You're going to be able to do this with your spectator choosing the markers. And they can be in the other room, on a stage, in the audience, wherever you see fit. You could be blindfolded. You could have tape and wax over your eyes. Look, my hand goes into the bag. I grab a marker. Eyes are closed. And I'm doing this totally by feel. That's going to be blue. That leaves red. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the debut performance of the color match effect. I found the red one, Kat. So what this thing does is give you the ability to divine which marker that your spectator has in their hand. It has a number of notification systems. The one that I was using was touch-based. You can feel the color. You can do it by sight, so you can see the color. And there's options to do it with both sight and vibration. So you have to imagine a universe where you have a coloring book and you ask your spectator to color in the pictures, and you've predicted the way that they will color the drawing. Or maybe you have them color a shape as you color a shape, and you're able to duplicate the colors as they go. Beyond that, you can disassemble the secret that makes this work and use it in other, it doesn't have to be color-based applications, but it ideally is. And there's applications for like lollipops with different colors, Play-Doh, things like that, right? Things that have different colors involved. Very excited to put this into the show. And let me talk about this as I talk about putting this into my show. No, Matthew, smell is not an option, but maybe they'll get that in version 2.0. And yeah, no doubt it would play in a kid's show, right? It's colors and markers. I'll tell you one of my favorite things. Let me finish my thought here. This surprised me on how much rehearsal is required. When I originally saw the ad for this thing, I thought, oh, electronic goods, easy breezy. You just push the button and it works. It kind of does. But look, when you start thinking about putting these things into your show, you have to also consider that, are the props charged? like before the stream today. I had to make sure the props were charged. It's not something I'm used to doing, right? I'm a sleight of hand guy. I don't do a lot of electronic magic, but now if I'm putting in this in my show, I better make sure it's been charged up before I do it. You know, things like that. And just be aware that when you're buying a trick like that, it will require some effort. And at $300, you know, this is not a light purchase to consider, but man, the value is here on this color match product. And if you do buy it, I think you're going to enjoy it. And, you know, if I blabber any more about this, I'm probably going to sound like just a yes man for Murphy's, which I'm not. I'm very happy to promote their good stuff. They sent me some bad stuff. We're going to discuss that in the members stream after this. Sorry, Murphy's. Yeah, I mean, they're not all good, and I'm not as scared to talk about the bad stuff. All right, let's talk about this. Yes, you want to know things I'm not addressing, email me. The links to this stuff is in the description below, and I'm recommending Vanishing Ink for your purchases. All right, guys, I decided this. I'm giving away 2 of these. I only have 1 on hand, so one's going to be shipped next week, but I did two dealios. We had chat from last week. So chat, anyone who was in last week's stream and commented the word quantum, well, one of you is going to be our first winner of this deck, and I'm going to ship this deck to whoever wins this particular spin. So, salutations, kindred spirits. Let me spin this wheel as I let the cat out. He's meowing. I hear you. Go on. Oh, I was so close. That's Alan Boudreau. Oops, let me get you over here. Alan Boudreau. Sounds like I'll be shipping this locally, someplace in Louisiana. Alan, you're our winner of this quantum deck, and congratulations to you. Now, in addition to that, we have a second one. And from this one, it will be a comment that we choose. And this was from the comment from last week's video. So what I do is just plug in the address over here, and then it picks a comment, and we're going to do that now. I'm hitting this button. Let's see who the winner is. Is this button not going to work now? Do I have to do this? I got to do this. Let me do that. You guys can't see the things that I have to do, but I'm doing things now. All right. Let me reboot the comment picker here. Just give me 1 second. It's apparently discombobulated. Y'all talk about amongst yourself, and maybe ask a question, and maybe I could answer it while I'm doing this. Filter duplicates, filter comments based on text. Yeah, Jake, keep the drum roll going. You know what I need is actually some good drum roll. Here, I have that. I don't have drum rolls. Hear that? That was applause. If you can't hear that, that's due to audio mishaps. 8 + 8 is 16. That is our secret answer, and we are getting. Oh no, I got the wrong URL. We're getting there, folks. Bear with me and know this, it wouldn't be a DougCon stream if everything went exactly right. I'm just not that good yet. But I do appreciate y'all bearing with me every week. No, stop doing that. I got to wait for my ads to play on my YouTube video because I don't have an ad blocker. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to blow off the YouTube random comment picker, and I'm going to go total random now. Let me bring this window up on the stream, and we're just going to make this up because that's what we do. We make it work. I'm going to my recent video, and I'm just going to go pick one at random from there. So here it was, last week's video. Let me go down into the comments. How are we going to do that? All right, here we go down the comments. I'm going to stop at random. The first one that I pick that has the word quantum in them, it's going to be totally random for sure. Holy mackerel, Con. Oh, man. Urgh. Let's just stop right here. Bardar. B-A-D-R. Woo. Okay. B-A-D-R. You are the winner. Whew. Man, I broke a sweat on that one. I'm going to post it in the chat so you guys know the winner so that I can be a Hey folks, I try hard. Sometimes I get it right. What I will do after the stream, we'll go to the video from last week and I will pin a comment with the winner at the tops. Hey, Matthew, thank you for commenting the name. And congrats, Badar. We will be shipping them. Jake, that's a good question. Will I have quantum in my shop? Probably not. I haven't even handled this, so I'm not qualified to even talk about it because I made up a sleight of hand version of the trick. I'm very happy with my version, and I don't know that I could offer a version beyond that one. Yeah, probably not. That's the short answer. All right, so I had the members video ready to go at 4:30. If you all remember waiting on that, I'll be about 5 minutes late as we have one more product to discuss. And here it is as we take a look at, this is black on black. Let's see if we can get the light on it here. The JCD. This stands for, cover up the tutorial, Jumbo Coin Dropper. And this is a Hansen Chin product. And we like Hansen Chin for a number of reasons. He makes good stuff. Here's a case in point. Look at this. What is this? Printed instructions with a magic trick? Who does that these days? Well, not too many people, but Hansen Chin does. And this is the first of what will be his dropper series. And these are accessories, utility devices for magicians to carry their things secretly. Let's bring this up and do a little better lighting as we get a look at this jumbo coin dropper here. I'll see if I can get this in the light a little better. So this thing has a belt clip on it. This hangs from your belt or from your inner coat pocket. Could also work on your sleeve, as it does have some other devices too. Let's not go into too much detail. Here's how it works. You put the coin into the top, and then this lever flops over. Now, this is not the position it rests in. That's the right, it's this position, upside down. So that belt clip is hanging out, either, well, it's on your belt or on a pocket, right? When you're ready for the coin, there is a button. You can see the button right here. You hit the button, it releases the lever, and the coin drops into your hand. So coin goes in, shut it. This is hanging out. When you're ready to get it, and it would really be behind your back. You would just go behind your suit coat, or it can come out of a sleeve. You just tap the button, it releases the coin into your hand, and then boom, you have it. Now, this in lieu, how can I, this is what I always used when I was dropping coins. And this is a quiver wallet, but this is a coin purse, basically. And this would be the standard jumbo coin holder prior to something like this. This is a non-high tech. Yeah, Bardar, you won the giveaway. Hey, bro, send me a email. Send me an email, conjure@conjure.com. And I'm so busy talking about this prop. Jason, why? Thank you for the continued love, my friend. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, that's correct, Lenny. They are releasing other versions of this. I don't know if they're out yet or not, but point being, this is old school, and this had the possibility of the coin falling out when this thing is jiggling. So when you get a prop like this with a bar that holds it in place, Now you have some security. There's a problem, though, and I'm going to discuss this now. While I was very happy with this, and let me also talk about this small problem. You could listen. There is sound. There is sound. Only a little, and it will be under your coat or under a sleeve. And I also think if you put a little felt or a little rubber bumper, and this would have been a nice touch on this, it's that plastic piece hitting the plastic, so you could muffle that sound by, putting some stuff there. Here's the problem. If you have what is pretty much a standard 3-inch coin, and this is advertised to work with coins up to 3 inches, up to 3 inches. But if it's 1 millimeter bigger than 3 inches, while this will hold your coin securely and you will be able to steal it, you're going to have to move that lever. It's going to operate, but you're going to have to move the lever and steal the coin. So if you have one of the standard cheap jumbo coins that you like to use, this is not the prop for you, in my opinion. For information, this is a Bluther replica Morgan dollar. This is my jumbo of preference. They run about $30 online, and this is what I use, and I'm just super happy to have it in one of these, and I will be using this prop. Will you? At $70, you make your choice. Another item that's nouveau, cutting edge, and not cheap, but we like it as long as you're not over 3 inches. They say size doesn't matter, but in this case it does. John, you are late. You're as late as you can get. I'm about to wrap this thing up, bro. I'm late now because I've done 40 minutes in lieu of the planned 30, and I've got I got some members waiting on the deep dive for all this stuff. So, guys, I'm gonna make this a quick wrap up. I'll hang out for 1 or 2 minutes, because if anyone does have a question that I need to answer, if you have a question about my favorite card trick, this is not the time for that. But if you do have a question, go ahead and shoot it and I'll answer it. But beyond that, well, I could talk about what we're going to be talking about in the members. We're going to talk about this thing, the Pro Deck Switch. We're going to talk about Swarm, the utility gimmick. You're welcome, Jake. Thanks for hanging out. We talked about the Orphic wallet last week. Didn't really talk about what makes it work. I'll be talking about that, as well as Cogni, which is the impression device. And then I also have one of these to look at, Nostalgia. And that's in addition to the electronic wares we talked about today. We'll be going to deep dive on all of that. And the member chat is, I have a membership on YouTube. Bob's asking, is the member chat here? So I have 2 membership levels, $1, just as like you're a fan, you want to support me, pay $1. And then I do special live events every month. That's what's happening after this. $5 a month, $4.99. That gets you the access to the advanced tutorials. There's 24 of them, and I thank every one of you that takes part of that plan. And Matthew, I hope you can get in there soon. Oh, wait, boink. Oh, Matthew's out there busking. Go get him, man. Go get him. Oh, yeah. Well, then, Bob, I'll see you in about 5 minutes if you're hanging out. Yeah. That's the question. That's the answer. And on that note, it's going to be a wrap, guys. Thanks for spending some of your time with me. Always appreciated. And I'm going to go spend some time with, those that share a little bit of money with me now. So thank you all again. And I'll see you next week. Little preview here. Next week, back to school week. I'm doing 5 unique tutorials, one every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I almost shot you the bird. Wednesday will be a live teaching session. We'll do that live on Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday. Live tutorials all week next week. We're doing back to school. Should be fun. And that's the name of that tune. That's a wrap. See you next week. Ciao for now. Au revoir.